and welcome to Prep Eve, where we revolutionize how you prepare for Ielts. Welcome, Pratishtha'S, to the Success Story series. Moving on to your introduction, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pratishtha'S. I'm 20 years old, and I recently gave my IELTS exam for the first time. And here I am. I'm a student, yes.
All right. So what are you doing currently?
As I said, I'm a third-year student, and I'm pursuing psychology if, we get into the details. And yes, that's about it.
Okay. And how much did you score in your IELTS academic?
Right. So surprisingly, I scored 9 bands in listening. I got an 8.5 in reading, an 8 in speaking, and a 7 in writing.
7 in writing. So that's an amazing score for a first timer who's taking an IELTS academic. It's not even general training, and you managed to secure what people are eyeing for when they apply for their Canadian PR. So it's more than 8,777. In fact, I would say it's CLB 10 in 3 of the modules and CLB 9 in 1 of them. So wonderful, wonderful score. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
Starting with listening, since it was a perfect 9, how did you prepare?
Right. So honestly speaking, I did take an online mock test as I opted for the computer delivered IELTS. And I would recommend everybody to do that once. At least you'll get to know what the questions are like, the question types. It's going to be really easy. I mean, I'd say that from my personal experience, I'd say that it was pretty easy. Although the MCQ part was a little bit tricky, I'd say.
Okay.
You really have to use your brains there. You can't really, get the answers just by listening to the audio. So that was the only tricky part about it. But somehow I got it right, and I'm really thankful for that. Even if my, guesses went in the right direction. So yes, thank you for that. And other than that, I think yes, do practice listening a little bit if you think that you're not able to catch up with the dialogues as fast, I'd say. So yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. So how much time did you invest for listening practice, and what were the strategies, especially for MCQ? Was it an elimination method, or did you do something else?
I actually like, if I think in retrospect, I'd say that the only way that you can attempt the MCQ questions is if you listen to the audio properly. When you get to that part where you can see the MCQs, right? They're going to give you some time to read the questions. When there's an MCQ, just put your pen down for some time and just read the questions. Just try to figure out what they're asking, and as soon as the recording plays, just listen to it. That's the key, I'd say. You can't really find the on-point answers with the MCQs, so you just really have to listen to the audio.
And you have to be attentive. You have to be really attentive.
Very, very.
Okay, perfect. Moving on to reading. So how did you prepare?
Okay, I'd say this. I've had English as my subject since I'd say nursery, definitely, right? All the schools, they offer English as the main subject, I'd say. So comprehensions was just like a thing that I used to do like all the time. It was pretty easy for me because I was able to read between the lines and stuff like that. So that's where I'd say you secure most of your marks, because it's literally right next, like the paragraph is right here, and then you just have to attempt. Just read it carefully, I'd say. Try to get the gist of the paragraph. And also one suggestion that I would give, that the teachers at Preppy, they really told us, repetitively, I'd say, they were saying that whenever there's a true, false, not given thing. Now we're not used to not given as I'd say part of our academic culture, right? So the not given thing, do not assume things. Either it's mentioned in the paragraph or it's not. And if it's not, just do not just, think, even if it's the most obvious thing that you think, okay, if this is here in the paragraph, this definitely might be, like a thing that would happen, or that might be the answer. Do not. If it's either it's given or it's not. So that's one thing I'd say to take care of. Other than that, I think yes, definitely practice. Take the online mock test, the computer delivered mock test. Do take it. Even if you're giving a paper based test, do take it.
All right. So any specific reason behind that?
I just Do that, yes, and also it's going to give you a boost of confidence, because the mock test is slightly difficult. Like the paper that I got, it was relatively easy, but the mock test, yes, it was quite tricky. So I'd say that.
All right, all right. Moving on to writing.
That's actually I actually was expecting, like that I won't be able to do it because I'm really bad at reports. But with the classes at Prep Eve, they just give you like a clear overview. They just give you a blueprint. Okay, you have to work like this, and then you just go along with it, and it's very easy. Trust me, it's very easy. If you're taking the classes at Prep Eve, definitely suggest it. And why I say that, because before I was about to take my exam, I was thinking, like, I don't know where to get the classes from. I don't know which is going to be the best avenue for me. What classes should I take? How long should I go for the classes? And one day, randomly, this message popped up on my mother's phone that there's like a seminar, an introductory seminar conducted by Flippy. I decided to join it. It was a 2-hour long seminar, and honestly, one of the best classes, one of the best sessions I've attended. The trainer was so enthusiastic and so professional. And he wrote an essay for us, like in front of us, and it was so effortless and just so fine. So I'm telling you guys, whoever is planning to take their IELTS classes, go for Prep Eve. Definitely go for Prep Eve.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. You have no idea what that means. So perfect. And yeah, we do help you in understanding the structure, giving you a step-by-step approach how you can write an essay as well as a report, and of course, in case of your IELTS general training, how you can write a letter. So yeah, we will be giving you the strategies and a step-by-step guide to complete those 250 words and 150 words in 60 minutes. So don't you worry about that. That's totally up to us, and we'll be helping you out with it. So thank you so much. Moving on to the last one, speaking, which was an 8.
Right. I'd say the more natural you are, the more marks you get. I think that's one thing that I would definitely put out there. I was very nervous before my speaking test. I was thinking, okay, what can I possibly do? What can I possibly, read or maybe, memorize? But the key is, do not memorize it. And as I said, the classes at Prep Eve, the teachers there, they make you practice, like all those listening classes, speaking classes, they're just usually about, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to, give you some situations, some cue cards, some examples, and you have to, like talk about it on the spot. So it's basically a mock training. Also, Preppy provides you with mock tests, and I took 2 of them before my speaking exam, and honestly, they helped me a lot, because you kind of get the pattern, right? You understand what kind of questions they might ask you, and it just really goes along very smooth once you actually go for the final test. So yes, take classes from Prep Eve, guys. I'm literally not promoting this, but honestly, the classes were super good. I'm genuinely very impressed with the classes. This is a personal opinion of mine. She did not ask me to say this. Honestly speaking, she did not ask me to say this, but I'm saying this on my own. The classes were really good. The teachers are very professional, and the faculty is so nice, so hardworking, and they invest so much time in it. I was surprised, like the patience that the teachers have, the patience that Parul ma'am has, like, answering all these texts and everything. And it's wonderful. The work ethic is amazing, and the material that they provide you is top notch. So guaranteed, I'd say a very guaranteed nice score if you take classes at Prep.
Oh my God, I don't even know what to say now. I'm zoned out. I'm so happy. And that's the best feedback we have ever received. So thank you so much. And yes, I haven't paid her to say this. Definitely
I have not
done anything of that sort. And thank you so much that you had such an amazing experience with us, and we are happy that you like how we are and how we work, especially, I mean, you mentioned that the work ethics are amazing. So
really good, really good. Yesterday I went to Google and I wrote a review. I was like, this is the review you're looking for. This is exactly the review you're looking for, because
I haven't checked it out. I'll definitely do that.
There's a lot of people who definitely would want to know, where you can get nice IELTS classes, because that was a issue that I was facing as well. I was not sure. I didn't know where to go. I had no idea, because there's a lot of IELTS coaching institutes and stuff like that out there, but you never really know which one's going to work the best for you. So that's why I'm saying all the hopeful candidates who really want to take their IELTS exam, do go for Preppy. I don't know how, if you guys want to believe me, but I'm a very happy individual after the classes. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I mean, I am out of words right now, as I've mentioned before. That's a lovely feedback. Thank you so very much. And we ensure that we'll continue working harder and make it even better for the next generation or the next set of aspirants, I would say. So yeah, don't you worry about that. Moving on to the next question. I'm not in a mood to ask it, but then I have to continue the interview. So the next question is, I do know that you have taken the computer delivered test. So the pros and cons, why did you opt for it? Any specific reasons?
If I give you like an honest personal reason, my handwriting is really bad. So every chance I get to run away from writing, for long periods of time, I just take it. But other than that, I'd say opting for a computer delivered test was one of the best decisions I made. It was so, I'd say, okay, I'll just give you an example. When I was writing the essay, right, I usually have, a lot of ideas coming in at the same time. So I'm just literally brainstorming, and then I just get confused as to what all ideas should I present, in what order should I present them. And there were a lot of points where I was like, okay, I shouldn't write this. Maybe I should write something different. Maybe I should add something to this. So for people who are, in that kind of position where they contemplate a lot, very indecisive, go for CDT. You can organize your ideas so much better on a computer screen. You can even change the font color, the brightness, the font size. So there's a lot of things that CDT provides, and it's very easy to focus. While you're just on a computer and you're typing, and it's just like you're so focused, and it's very well managed, I'd say. And the IELTS center, I took my exam from like Chandigarh, Sector 17. And the IELTS center is so clean and so nice, and the staff was super good. And I was actually very impressed. I was like, if anyone wants to take an IELTS test, if you want it to feel like an actual international test that you're giving, for you to pursue your future dreams and, your careers in a foreign land, definitely go for CDT. I'm in full support of CDT. I don't know much about paper-based tests, but I'd say I don't know how to say it. The idea that they launched it in an online mode, completely CDT, it was really good. And I definitely would ask all those people who have a decent typing speed and they think that they might get confused somewhere, they might have a lot of contemplations when they're writing or something, go for CDT, definitely.
All right. So anyone who's confused, you get her perspective. And apart from that, it's your personal preference, it's your own choice. So see your comfort level with both paper-based and computer delivered and decide for your own self. Okay, moving on to the last question, which is, what is that piece of advice you'd like to give all the future aspirants?
I think I've said a lot in the interview already. But again, I'd say if you're planning to go for your IELTS exam, do consider opting for some professional training beforehand. Even if you think that you're proficient enough and you're able to, you'll be able to give the exam easily, do opt for classes, do opt for guidance. It's necessary. The pattern needs to be understood by each and every one of us. And the way that Preppy really helped me through it. It was amazing. Definitely wonderful experience. And I don't know if it's a tip of it. I wouldn't say it's like an advice tip. I don't take it. If you don't want to, do not take it. But do not practice just like 2-3 days before your exam. I'd say just, keep your mind free. Go and just, for your speaking, for example, just try to be as natural as you can, because that's definitely going to help you a lot. And yes, definitely learn about the modules, learn how to write them, learn about the patterns, know the basics, get your basics right, and you'll be fine. And all the best to everybody who's planning to go for IELTS, for the IELTS exam. And thank you for having me. I had
Thank
fun.
you so much, Pratishta. Thank you so much for joining us and for this heartwarming interview. I would say it was lovely, lovely. I just enjoy your energy. I guess I've mentioned it before
Thank
as well.
you.
So you have a
Thank
really
you.
positive vibe to you. Keep it going and it will take you places. Trust me.
Thank you so
So
much.
I
Means a
just
lot.
love
Thank you.
talking to students. I mean, you guys are the next generation out there. So all the very best. I hope you get a
Thank
wonderful
you.
master's degree in
Thank
psychology
you.
from Canada or whichever place that you're eyeing for. So all the very, very best for that. And yet again, we also help with study visa processing. So you can reach out to us. We can help you in shortlisting your colleges. And if you need any help with the courses as well, we'll be doing that. So we are here and you have our contact numbers. You can also meet us since now. I didn't know that you were in Chandigarh. So we can also meet
Yes, I am.
personally and then we can discuss your case and take it ahead. Right?
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you
Thank you.
so much for sparing your time. Thank you so much for being here. All the very best for your future.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.